telling the story from their own perspective, rooted in their own experience, allows the individual to process that experience vividly, centrally, with focal attention, and in putting language to their experience, it is stored in explicit memory, thus integrating and diffusing the traumatic memories previously segregated in implicit memory. This helps to prevent unintegrated traumatic memories from continuing to intrude and disturb daily life years after the fact. Telling the story is an imperative for resolving complex post-traumatic stress disorder. These are coherent narratives or organized accounts where the survivor, as part of mastering the trauma and once outside of the conditions of fright without solution, retrospectively interprets and organizes their experience. In putting creative, what attachment researchers call fresh, language to the experience, these speakers produce both some resolution and integration for themselves, as they also bring news to the outside world from the totalist land of the silenced. We want you to understand that cult survivors need friends and family, skilled social workers, and counselors, basic life skills in many cases, and education, trauma-informed therapy, and empathy. There are resources available for people who want to escape or who need help after they have left their groups. However, these resources can be hard to find. We want these professionals to understand and be able to meet the unique needs of survivors, of cultic groups and relationships, especially those who were born or raised in a cult. We also want survivors of these unhealthy groups and relationships to realize that they're not alone. There are more and more of us getting out every day, and we can help each other rebuild our lives. Certainly with tangible support, like housing and financial help, but also by simply talking, listening, and sharing our stories. Just in the last 10 years, I've gone through incredible growth. An incredible growth spurt of being able to see FLDS more objectively and clearly and talk about it in real terms of what happened and what it's doing to people. Our narrators also found education to be vital for their healing, whether it occurred on their own, with others, or with a counselor. According to Shelley Rosen, psychoeducation can be the most stabilizing of all intervention. That's why books, articles, and documentaries on toxic groups, and especially former member websites, are so important. The counselor would just basically let me talk, and then just ask me questions about my life. But I think that it was just learning to talk about it. That was my therapy. What I got out of that was just the first time I really talked about it all. And when I started talking about it all, it started getting a little easier. and I started talking about it a little more freely, too, and that really helped. Being able to talk about life in the cult has been important for many survivors. Whether it's friends, family, co-workers, or even the media. Your personal Bill of Rights. For many individuals in cults or abusive relationships, personal rights do not exist. A key part of their healing comes from learning that they are valuable individuals with unique voices, emotions, ideas, opinions, and rights. It's important for all of us to be reminded of them from time to time. If you are not yet familiar with your personal rights, you may want to read this list daily until you are aware of your rights and can assert them. It may also be helpful to post a copy of this list where you can see it regularly. It's number 1. I have a right to ask for what I want. 2. I have a right to say no to requests or demands that I cannot meet. 3. I have a right to express all of my feelings, positive and negative. 4. I have a right to change my mind. 5. I have a right to make mistakes and do not have to be perfect. 6. I have a right to follow my own values and beliefs. 7. I have the right to say no to anything if I feel that I am not ready, it is unsafe, or it conflicts with my values. 8. I have the right to determine my own priorities. I have the right to be responsible for the actions, feelings, or behavior of others. 10. I have the right to expect honesty from others. 11. I have the right to be angry at someone I love. 12. I have the right to be myself, to be unique. 13. I have the right to express fear. 14. I have the right to say, I don't know. 15. I have the right not to give excuses or reasons for my behavior. Number 16. I have the right to make decisions based on my feelings, knowledge, and/or life experiences. 17. I have the right to my own personal space and time. 18. I have the right to be playful. 19. I have the right to be healthy and perhaps even healthier than those around me. 20. I have the right to make friends and be comfortable around people. 21. I have the right to feel safe and to be in a non-abusive environment. 22. I have the right to change and grow. 23. I have the right to have my wants and needs respected by others. 24. I have the right to be treated with dignity and respect. 25. I have the right to be happy. This list was taken from this book, Escaping Utopia, Getting Out and Starting Over, by Janja Lalich and Carla McLaren. If you know somebody who could use this book after having escaped from the cult, I can highly recommend it.